Hi, first grade writers. It is our last day of virtual learning. Yay! Today we're going to turn in a final piece of writing, the story you've been writing all week. That's the story you're going to take a picture of today when it's beautiful and you want me to take a grade on it. Remember, when we get a grade, we have a little chart at school and it shows 4, 3, 2, 1. And a 4 is what you get when it looks like you're in the grade above. When it looks like your work is so good that it looks like you should be in second grade. That's how you get a 4. All right. When you get a 3, it's exactly what I'm expecting of you in first grade, and it's really nicely done, and you included everything I asked you to include. If you get a 2, that means that you're trying. You did a pretty good job, but there's a couple pieces missing. And if you get a 1, it means you're really struggling. It probably means that you didn't do most of what I asked. All right, so let's try to get a 3 or a 4 on this assignment. Let me show you how. Oops, sorry about that. So we've been talking about different strategies to keep our reader engaged in our story and to teach our reader. And we came up with 4 strategies. First, making a comparison, like when we have we tell more about the teeth of the shark and we compare it to something, right? So the shark's teeth are as sharp as a knife, right? We do twin sentences where we say one sentence, dogs like biscuits, but then we tell more about that sentence. We maybe say what biscuits are. Biscuits are like cookies. The next strategy that you learned about was giving an example, right? An example of a toy is a doll, a ball, or a game, right? We give an example. And we also learned how to use big and bold words by making them darker or making them a different color so they pop out at our reader. Go back. Today I just want to show you a story, and I want to just kind of check off here. We have a hook, twin sentences, comparisons, examples, big and bold words, and a closing. All right, these are the things that you need to make sure that your story has before you take a picture of it and attach it to Friday's writing in Google Classroom. All right, so what I want to show you is I just want to go up and I want to read the story to you, okay? And then you could kind of help me decide if I have everything that I need in my story. Now, boys and girls, I do not expect your story to be this long. I do not, all right? I expect you to give examples of everything that we learned, but your story can be as long as you need it to be. All right, I wrote mine long because there are several children in this classroom that are writing like this. So I did put a big long piece in here, but again, you just have to do the best that you can do and include the things that I taught you. All right, so let's start. Do you like to go trick-or-treating? Oh, is that a hook? Yep, it's got a question mark, and I'm getting you excited about and telling you about what my story will be about. We know now it's going to be about trick-or-treating. When you go trick-or-treating, you get a lot of candy. Sometimes you can fill a whole bag or even 2. Ooh, I think that's a twin sentence, right? I told more about trick-or-treating and getting candy. And it's kind of a comparison as well because I said you get a whole bag of it or even 2 bags. Does that help you realize how much candy kids get at trick-or-treat? Yep, and that's a comparison. Kids dress up in costumes. For example, some kids dress up like a witch or a ghost. Are those my examples? I even said, for example. When they ring the doorbell, they scream, trick or treat. Next, families give you candy. If you are lucky, you might even get a full-size candy bar like a Snickers, or you might get money or a piece of fruit like an apple. Look at that. Snickers is in a different color. Should I tell you why secretly I put that in there? Because Snickers are my favorite kind of candy. And whenever I get Snickers, I get very excited. Sometimes the weather is cold and rainy, but kids still go out. They don't want to miss out on all that candy. It won't be long now until you hear trick or treat. And boys and girls, that is my closing, right? It won't be long now until you hear ... trick or treat. That's kind of a clever closing, isn't it? So I have everything that I needed to have in my story, and now I can take a picture of it and put it on Google Classroom. If you want me to check over your work before you turn it in, give me a call. Otherwise, I can't wait to see the picture of your story. Happy writing!